Good day, everybody. It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Fine, CEO of JTU. We are Jersey Magazine and Jersey Diamonds, and I'm here with the love of Joy.
Hey guys, how are you?
Joy be the difference.
Yes. So, of course, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I am pretty much, I would say, like a designer, sort of, but
everything.
I would say like most of my inspiration comes through writing, and that's how I made t-shirts. So basically, I'm a t-shirt company, and the t-shirt designs are made to encourage the person wearing and those that see the messages.
That's awesome.
So like today I'm wearing a t-shirt from Slim, so shout out to him. And it's a beautiful t-shirt. It kind of falls in line with what I do, and it's love. You can find out more information on the site. But primarily all of the shirts, they're simple. And I feel like we are always inspired by a lot of things. So if you're continuously wearing anything with negative connotations, then you'll become that.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty much are the same thing, like they say, you surround yourself and by the people of the company you keep, and that's who you become. And that's pretty much what the quotes are all about on the actual shirts.
And what are some of the lanes that your quotes cover?
They cover everything. So the t-shirts, they have, like, for example, there's a t-shirt called Addiction Kills the Family.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily mean substance abuse. Everybody automatically thinks that addiction is substance abuse. It's not. You have people who are addicted to working. You have people who are addicted to food, shopping, pornography. I feel like anything that could possibly take away from family time can be an addiction. So if that falls for any one of us, because we can all become addicted to anything, then maybe you need to step back, give yourself a break, refocus, and then go back.
And how did that clothing line part come into play? You said you had an experience that inspired you.
There were two experiences. So what really started the company, I used to be a gym nut. Okay. So I used to be in the gym 7 days a week, literally. And it was for fun, mainly. But I ended up posting something on Facebook that said, work hard, snack harder. And I was like, I know I can't be the only one to admit it.
Yeah.
I work out really hard, come home, eat Snickers, ice cream, all of that. And then my cousin was like, you should make a t-shirt. And I was like, okay. And it was perfect. I used to work with an artist. And once that dissolved, then I already knew how to start a company. So this is how that happened.
Awesome.
Yep. And then with the actual Addiction Kills the Family t-shirt, I was driving home from an event, and for the first time in my life, I saw someone stuck. And when someone is stuck, they are actually leaning backwards, and she was sweating. I immediately felt really bad, as I suppose everyone else would. And you figure someone else is going to do it. You hope that she recovers. But for me, what I did to help the situation, in my opinion, was to make that same.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Talk to me about these inspirational quotes. There are a lot of them. Do you know how many you have, like, all together, or you just?
Well,
have you ever counted?
No. If you ask me I actually came out with a book, and I wanted to give that to you too. And it's
a book.
Yes, quotes that make you say "oh," from Instagram to your hand. And there's a part 1. Part 2 is coming, and I know I have a part 3. Yes.
That's awesome. So within this book, you have how many quotes are in this book?
There's 200 pages. So there's a lot on there. There's a lot of content. So you'll find something for yourself. And the idea is generally, again, is to open up your mind to help you think more critically and possibly think in a different way. So when you have conversations with other people, it won't be just surface. It'll go deeper, and then it'll make you think deeper. Make you want to become a better person.
Absolutely. What made you want to take the quotes that you do on a regular? We're going to get to the Instagram part, but from taking them from Instagram and now you want to place them in the book. Because, Instagram, this is old school. Books are old school now these days. Right. But what made you feel like, hey, you know what? Something tangible like this can be something very important to somebody like that. Let me take them from now Instagram and place them in the book. What made you
go with that? That was an interesting story as well.
Love stories.
I was getting my hair done, and there was a woman first of all, Queen Sugar was playing.
Okay.
And so, you know, when you playing Queen Sugar, you getting your hair done, you're in the African store, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my cousin. She has her little salon.
Most definitely.
But she was like, more African American women need to start writing more and being authors. It's not that there aren't a lot of African American authors, but they're not published.
Okay.
And so it was basically a challenge so that we can have something for the younger girls to know that this is another area or a lane that you can actually go into. And so I was like, well, I'm not a writer, because I think when you think of writing, you probably think of novels and like these long stories,
right, yeah.
maybe a love story or like a true crime story. But I was like, well, you know what? If I wanted to do something, the closest thing that I could do is put my quotes that I post every day, which are original, and to a book, and that's how I could help with, you know, setting the tone for our young girls.
Do you remember some of the first quotes you've ever like put on anything?
No, no.
And that just means that you're just constantly thinking of content on a regular basis.
Yeah, absolutely. I get inspired by personal things, people, situations, things that may be going on in our country. And some of those quotes are really third dimensional levels. So like, there was one that I posted the other day, and it said, actually I do remember this one. It said, if enough of us get tired of the foolery, then we can be the cure. What people don't realize is that us is in capital. Mm-hmm. You think it's just us, but I'm talking about the United States.
Yeah.
So it's a third. Okay. There's like, if you think about it, there's like a lot of dimensions you can take some of these quotes to.
Absolutely, and you do this and every day. There's quotes. Like,
every day.
Yeah, that's good. So that means you write a lot.
Yep. There's someone. Cereal boxes, napkins, coupons, whatever I can grab at the time.
She really sent me like the box of cream.
Yes, I did.
That she wrote all these quotes on.
And it's because I drive a lot, so while I'm driving, if I don't write it down, I tend to forget, and I'm like, man, I know there was something good that I was thinking of, and I just can't remember. So now I just write it wherever I can.
That's awesome. Now you also you have proceeds that go to Hayden's Heart. 10% of all your proceeds from the clothing and your brand goes to there. What made you pick that particular charity foundation?
Okay, so earlier in the years when I first started the company, I felt like, how can I be an inspirational company without giving back? And so Hayden's Heart is a local charity. They're here in North Arlington, New Jersey. And how I found them, every year, the company that I work for now, we give birthday cakes. And I always said, instead of giving me a cake, donate that money to a charity. My coworker, manager, found a charity called Hayden's Heart. And she already knows that I love babies half to death. And I love squeezing them up. And so when I got when she finally got the card, because they send you a card of thank you for your donation, I was like, oh, this is great. But the caveat about it is that he died. And it's basically a charity that helps raise awareness for babies with congenital heart disease. And surprisingly, when I do sell my t-shirts and other items at events, there are a lot of people who are like survivors of heart disease. They're like, oh yeah, I was born with a heart disease. So it kind of makes them feel good too.
Yeah. That you're donating to that cause. Yeah. Absolutely.
It makes me feel good too.
That's good. That's good. That's self-love. Actually, got a lot of self-love. That's awesome. So, talk to me about the name of your company, Joy Be the Difference. Now, obviously, it speaks for itself, but what made you go along with that phrase for your company? So,
I was again just thinking of different names, and I was like, I just want to be the difference. The grass is greener right here, and so I was like, telling my friend or asking my friend, do you think this is too long? Because traditionally company names should be very short so people can remember it.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, that's good. And I was like, all right. And that's pretty much how it is. So it went from Be the Difference LLC, because it is incorporated and licensed with the New Jersey, into clothing, because that's what I do.
That's awesome. Now, as far as the book goes, you have another one coming soon.
Absolutely.
She didn't tell me when. I'm not getting good with getting dates now.
No. I'll give you a date. This just came out in October, and I don't know how quick or how soon I should just drop something else.
So what are we looking at for the second book? Like, what's going to be a little different, or will it be the same kind of a concept?
It'll have some differentiality in there. I'll have it more interactive, so you can write notes and stuff like that. So, you know, and there's going to be less content because it just comes too fast. And I was like, this was like 200 pages. Yeah. That's a lot.
It is. This book.
It's a lot, and it's all original. You're getting just all of me into one thing, and not only just me, but I wanted to make it a everybody people's book. So if there are any customers, I actually took pictures and put them in the book. Yeah. Then my aunt, she has low vision, and she inspired me as well.
And the type, and the font is actually very
large
big,
print,
very large print.
so she could read it. So
awesome.
I kind of thought of I thought about her. So it's like all these people that have ever inspired me. I kind of just said thank you.
And you give them back. That's awesome. And one of these quotes, it says, "Sometimes your biggest challenges give you the best rewards." So that speaks all by itself. Because this is definitely, I'm sure this was challenging, and every day it can be challenging, but you're rewarded every day by doing it. And that's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to get that second. What else is it? Just Right is happening now. I'm telling you, there's so many quotes that you just, and you say everyday activities, everyday life, you could just have a quote.
Right. It absolutely can. And again, it's to help you think more. It actually helps me think more too. Sometimes when I flip through the book, I'm like, wow, I did that? I was like, nah, it can't all be me, you know?
Definitely. So what else we have looking forward to for 2019 for you?
Oh, well, there's going to be interviews. There's actually another book signing that I'm doing in Jersey City, 28th of February. Okay. It's going to be Black History Month, so I'm going to be an author at Black History Month for the library. I was excited about that.
Awesome.
So that's going to be something good. I'll definitely try to document it so that you guys can see that.
Yeah, and then keep us posted when that second book drops.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely. Well, you heard it here first. Joy, tell them how they can find your book and follow you and everything.
Okay, well, you can definitely follow me at BTD LLC on Instagram. If you want the book and don't find me, you can go on Amazon. Search under the title Quotes That Make You Say Oh, From Instagram to Your Hand. You can also go to the website at BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. And, you know, you'll see me tagged in other people's things. And I love to work with you guys. And I also have a YouTube. And it's a pretty interesting YouTube. There's a series called Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes, where people document their story. So if you're going through any struggles, then you can always watch it. Maybe it might inspire you, encourage you, you never know. So we kind of just want to make the world a better place, one person at a time.
One person at a time to be the difference.
You know it.
Here there first, we are Jersey Magazine. Joy.
Bye.
Jersey Turned Up Entertainment. Entertainment.